Hi guys, I'm Chi. Hope you're all doing well today. In Nigeria, something happened in a state called Edo State. In fact, it was chaotic. Now, what really happened? It's all about genotype. Now, a lot of people have been faking results, even paying the lab scientists, people who run the whole thing, to tell them, please change it, change it. I really love this man. I really want us to get married. These are desperate ladies. Some men too can be desperate. So now, yesterday in Edo State, this man and the wife, they came to a popular lab there and they met a young scientist, you know, please come with us to the house. Eh? That the wife just delivered twins, a boy and a girl, and they are not feeling fine at all from the day they were born. They cannot eat well, one cannot even open the eyes well. The other boy is just crying all the time, while the other one is just moody, not crying, not talking, nothing, hardly feed. Please come with us. They begged this young scientist girl. The girl's like, me, I'm afraid, oh, I can't go with you people. Because then, at that moment, she was thinking that they want to use her for rituals. Definitely, you know how Nigeria is now. Trust nobody. So she was thinking maybe it's a setup. They just want to lure her to the house and butcher her, harvest her organs, and then boom, they have used her for money making. Hmm? So those were the first thought in her mind because that guy was a young guy. So maybe she was looking, the guy was looking like someone who could be a ritualist, maybe. So she was like, no, she's not going. They're like begging, begging. The lady, that's the man's wife, was now, okay, look, I just delivered. This is a proof. I delivered through operation CS. Come with me, please. Huh? And carry out take the blood sample, all those stuffs. So to run the test to know what is really wrong with the two twins. Now, at a point, she agreed because now they have convinced her. But she was not that 100% convinced. But she just have to go with them. So she entered the car with them. They drove. When they got to the house, they parked outside. They told her to come inside. She said no, she's not coming in. That they should bring the baby first. Let her see for evidence. Let her be so sure that it's real before they trick her into coming and then they will now, butcher her. So she was trying to secure herself. I think she was doing the right thing. So the mother of the man now brought out the two twins, the baby, the boy and the girl. Then she now saw them. She was now convinced. Then she brought out her instruments, everything. Then took the samples. Then the man was like, let me go drop you off. She was like, no, don't worry. Okay, take 5K. She was like, no, thank you. She doesn't want to collect because to her she felt like maybe she will collect it now. Her brain will just go off. She will not be doing whatever they asked her to do. She thought everything was just a trap, but well, she has taken the sample. So she now told the man, if you want to give me something, transfer it to my account. No problem. That one is okay at least. When it goes to my account, I don't think it can jazz me from there. So the man said, no problem, no problem. Then she left back to the lab to carry out the test, to run the test, genotype, blood group. So when she did everything, it appeared that the result was that those two twins, they are both SS. She didn't know how to deliver the message back to them. They were calling, the woman was calling, please, have you finished? What's the result? What's the problem? She still refused to tell them because she doesn't know how to tell them the bad news, to break the bad news to them. Then she was wondering, is it that the both of them did not go for tests like genotype, blood group to know whether they are compatible or not before getting married? So, no problem. The next day, being in the morning, she now told the woman, okay, you guys, I'm going to send you the result. I'll snap it, take photo of it, and send you on WhatsApp. So the lady agreed. So it was in the morning. She now did like she promised them in the night. So she sent them the result. Oh my God. Hell was let loose. The man and the wife came to the lab, spitting fire on her. You want to destroy our home. In fact, you will be landing in jail very soon. We're gonna get you arrested. You carried out a fake test on our. You carried out a fake test. Everything you did was scam. You just want to destroy my home. What will you benefit by saying that my two babies are SS? Never. We are both AA. How can it be? And according to her, she said she ran the test twice, just to make sure that everything was accurate. She was even crying that very day she did the test, crying for those two babies because she saw them looking tiny, sick from day one when they were born. She was crying, having pity on them, not knowing that sometimes it's not really good to do good. Oh, you might do good and your good will land you into trouble. I don't know why it happens like that. Many people who do good end up being paid back with bad coin. So they came to the lab, spitting fire. People were there, even other workers were there. They were like, Madam, calm down, Oga, calm down, please, please. We'll look into it well. She was like, there's nothing to look into. I carried it out twice just to be so sure and accurate. So the lady was like, you ba, this is the end of you. You no longer work again as a scientist. You end up in jail. We're going to sue you for damages. Oh boy, it was hot in there. So the husband was like, honey, calm down, calm down. Let's go to another lab and run the test to be sure that, let's know what really happened. If it happens that they are not SS, then we'll now take action on her. She was like, no problem, go ahead. This young scientist girl, the sister is also a barrister, federal court in Edo State. So she was not scared. She called the sister, narrated everything to the sister. The sister was like, send me the results, tell me everything, all the evidence. Send it to me. Let them go and do the test. If it comes out to be that they are guilty, then I will charge them to court. They have to pay for, threat of life. Because the lady was threatening her. I will deal with you. It's not good to be using some dangerous words when confronting people. So now, she now called her boss. Her boss too is a scientist. They have different branches. The boss came over immediately. What's the problem? What's the problem? Thank God she kept the samples. She has not disposed it, the blood and the rest of the things. So the boss was like, okay, give me the samples. Let him go to the other lab, the second lab they have, the headquarters, and rerun the test again. So they did it again. It came out to be SS. So the boss was like, okay, no problem. I'll go with them. Whichever lab they want to go in Edo State, I will go with them to get to the root of this matter. So he entered his own car, followed them up. They went to this lab. My God. When they got to this lab with the babies, the scientists there, took their samples, both the man, the woman, ran the test. It came out to be that the woman was AS, the man too was AS. The children, those twins, were SS. Oh my God. The man became so furious, like, man, raging hot, bounced on the wife, gave her the beating of her life, blue black, dealt with her mercilessly. In fact, the punches were heavy. In fact, the man did not even have pity on her, knowing too well that she gave birth to operation. Fresh operation, you can see the stitches, still fresh. This man was punching the wife anyhow. What have you done? What did you do? Tell me what happened. What happened that very day? Because the wife was an auxiliary nurse. Tell me the truth. You were the one who took my sample and say you want to go and run tests, the genotype, blood group, and the rest. Because the church said they must do it before they get married. What happened? Keep on punching her, blood all over, from her nose, from her mouth. Everywhere blood, from her head. I don't understand. The lady was just falling up and down, hitting head on the wall, on the chair, falling. The man would kick her, punch her. It was heavy. People were trying to hold the man, but man, the strength at which that man was raging was too much on that day in that lab where they went to. So after the whole punches, people held the man down. It was like, okay, calm down. You'll kill this woman. Oh, calm down. I don't care. Let me buy her. I don't care. Damn the consequences, man. So, when they have now succeeded in controlling the man to make him calm down, the man was like, okay, no problem. Meet me at home. Meet me at home. I will deal with you at home. I'm waiting for you. I'm going home now. Meet me at home. You will see yourself. You must tell me what happened. There's something you know that I don't know. The man said, I don't care. Anything you want to do to her, do to her. If you want to sue her for damages and threat of life, after all, I was not the one who did the test myself. She said she's an auxiliary nurse. She took my blood on that day and said, don't worry, come into the lab. I will take my own blood and your blood. We'll go and run the test. I will go and do the test and bring the result. So the man just dumped her there and left. So the boss of this young scientist girl, now she now joined the man in his own car. They came back to the lab. The woman was crying, crying that she's finished, crying that she's finished. She called the mother, telling the mother that there's problem, oh, there's problem, oh, there's problem, oh, that the husband beats her blue black, that she's bleeding, blood everywhere. The mother said, did you sleep with another man? Were the two babies, the twins, were they not yours? Is it the one that pregnanted you? What happened? What happened? She now explained to the mother what happened. Oh my God. Man, a lot of people there couldn't believe it. So already, the young scientist, which the other sister is a barrister, the other sister just threw down. She came there, at least now, to secure her own sister. She was there. She met the lady there. I was like, okay, madam, I will charge you to court. Oh. You threatened my sister and damaged her image. So the lady was now begging, please ma. Oh, the same lady that was raging, I will deal with you. You end up in jail. You're going to lose your job. You are a fake scientist. You know, this is how you're giving people fake results. So now she was not the one pleading. I'm sorry, please. You know? So the barrister lady now asked her, okay, tell me everything. What happened? Even the boss of the girl, the young scientist, was, tell us what happened. What really happened? She now started confessing. Now, this is it. The area that will shock you. Because she was too desperate to marry a rich guy. Because the husband was rich. Or rather, rich. He is rich. So she doesn't want to lose the man. So what she did was she came, took the blood. She knew she was AS. She knew she was AS. So she took the man's sample. As a nurse, auxiliary nurse she was. Told the man, don't worry, honey. Don't worry, baby. I will go and do the whole thing. I'll bring the, result. Then we can submit to the church. So she went to the lab, paid them, they carried out the whole test. The result came out to be that both of them were AS genotype. So that means they are not compatible. Getting married is a risk. They can marry you, but having children now is where the problem is. You are going to put those children through suffer and pain the rest of their life. And you spend a lot, sleepless nights, unless God have mercy on them and miracle happens. Miracle. But other procedures, money must be involved. A lot of money. Bone marrow transplant, the medicine, blah, blah, blah. So, well, she got the result, AS from that lab. She refused to tell the husband to be. As at then, she refused to tell the husband to be. What she did was to go to a business center, computer center, business center. She went there and begged them, the person who was operating there, please re-edit this stuff. Use the letter heading or whatever of that lab and create another result for me. The person there at duty as of that day collected money now, used the letter heading, everything, logo of the place, and wrote a different result and put AAAA. The forged signature, did everything. Everything came out to be original. That when you see it, you think that it was issued from that particular lab. Then she destroyed the original one that said that both of them were AS. She destroyed it and then came back home with the fake one. She went to that lab to re-edit. And then told the husband, this is it. They submitted to the church, and that was how they got married. So this was her confessional, telling the young scientist sister who is a barrister and her boss, the owner of the lab. So she said that when she did it, changed the result, that she was hoping and believing that God will do miracle. That when she gets pregnant, the children will come out to be maybe AS or AA, not SS instead. She never believed that they will come out to be SS because she was hoping on God, that God will do miracle. That was what she said. That was why she did it. And she was praying that when she gets pregnant, they will not turn out to be SS. That means she knew. She knew. My own problem was this. I was like, since she knew that she changed the result, then why was she raging? Why was she threatening the young scientist girl who did the result, who carried out the test twice? And her boss even came, took the same sample to the headquarters of the lab, and it came out to be the same. Then why was she raging, pretending, as if she never knew what she did, as if she never knew that she changed the result in a business center? Even when the husband was like, honey, take it easy, calm down, she was still raging. I'll deal with this girl. She wants to destroy my home. How dare she say that my children are SS? Why? She will end up in jail. Her career is over. She was raging. People were begging her, calm down. But she knew what she did. That's the problem. She knew what she did. Because she was so desperate to hold on to that man. She was like, never. I love this man. He's rich. He's just what I want. Full package. No girl will take over. Even knowing that it has been exposed. Her hidden secrets have been exposed. It's of her to, look for another way to maneuver the thing. Well, I think her time was up. Since she did the secret, it's not about to catch up with her. Karma. Or maybe she was just putting all those stunts, acting up just to confuse the husband. Imagine that her husband did not go with her to the lab. She would have gone there, paid them to change the result, or maybe after that lab will finish the whole thing, she would tell the husband, don't worry, honey, stay at home, let me go and get the result. Let's go home, go and relax, go to work. Let me get the result. She will still go back to a business center and change it. Maybe those were her thoughts. She never knew that that day the husband is going to go with her. Because maybe the husband was suspecting something. He was suspecting that, something could be wrong. I was wondering too, how can a full grown man like that did not know his own genotype? How comes he did not know? When the wife came back and said, you are AA, was he thinking that a miracle has happened overnight? Maybe he knew that he was SS, but he was like, AS. Maybe he knew. But when the wife came back and said, you are AA, maybe he was like, maybe the lab that did his own those days, they were quack. Or maybe a miracle has happened. But maybe he was not suspecting something is wrong. He was just keeping it in his mind. That was why he was like, let's go to another lab. Calm down first. Let's go. He was not there to make sure that he will get the result himself and see it for himself. Maybe his friends, or he called a friend doctor or something like that. Who is in the medical line must have told him, look, for your children to be SS, something is wrong. Maybe what happened on that day? Did you go with your wife to the lab where they carried out the test before you got married? Were you there? Maybe when he narrated the story to friends and family, they were like, are you sure your wife did not change the result? Because you were not there. So that was it. So you see, and it's good for government to educate, to make this compulsory in schools. They should be teaching people in school, both from primary to university. Telling them, please, it's dangerous. Always know your genotype before getting married. The man, don't just ask the lady, go and get the result. She might change it. The lady, don't just tell the man, go and get the result. He might change it because he's desperate. One of you could be desperate. You don't want to leave the other person. So one of you could change the result. On finding out both of you are both AS. That's how some will start giving birth. They'll say, it's the devil. We are both AA. It's the devil that is changing the children to SS. So if this thing could be taught in schools, at least as children growing up, before they get married, they will now know that, yes, it's a common thing to do. Know your genotype, your blood group, know whether your partner has all this generational sickness, Also hepatitis B, HIV. They go for all those general wider tests to know what your partner is carrying, whether it can be transferred to the children. Hereditary diseases, Find out all those things before getting married. If these things were taught in schools, problems like this will be averted. It should not be happening. And as couples, they should always go there together to the lab to do the test and wait there for the result. Don't just say, baby, after now bring the result, or baby, go and collect the result. Then the man could go there and change it, or the woman could go there and bribe the people working there. Please rewrite the result. Please take 100K, rewrite it, or maybe take it to a business center and reconstruct it, because he or she is desperate. So it's not only the ladies that are desperate, also the men. Everybody wants to escape poverty now. But in this case, the ladies do it more, because the men are the ones who are rich and they want to hook on to rich men. They don't want to suffer. But are they considering the future pain they are going to put onto those? Look at those two twins now. They are suffering in pain. The baby girl cannot even open the eyes. Just quiet. Even when they were taking the blood sample, put the syringe, she did not even cry. She did not even shout. Meaning maybe her nerves are dead. She can't even feel pain. It was the boy that was just shouting, crying, crying, crying. They are both tiny, very tiny. You can imagine, desperate woman, what she has put these children through. So definitely, you and I know that. I don't know if that marriage will work again, or because I don't think that man will continue with the marriage. Definitely, he's going to send her away, because she cheated her way in. Now, she's leaving. She didn't even last long in the marriage. The worst part of it, she gave birth through operation. So we pray that she will find someone else who will love her and marry her. And in her next life, let her not repeat this kind of error again. Don't repeat it. Well, it's okay. Even if you have told the man that both of them were AS, there are hospitals that can, when she's pregnant, they can check their what they call it, that fluid in the tummy when the woman is pregnant. They can take the fluid, and I don't know how they do it, but somehow, maybe 1 month of the pregnancy or 2 months, the doctor is able to extract that fluid. There's a way they will examine it, and know whether the baby will turn out to be SS or not. So when they check and see that the baby will turn out to be SS, they evacuate. They tell her, no, this one is not good, go for evacuation, the baby is SS. So maybe when she gets pregnant again, they go and pay for the procedure to be carried out. They will take the fluid, and then check. If the baby turns out to be AA, they will say, wow, this one is good to go, it's AA, it's not SS. Then, or AS, anyone, but not SS. So the moment doctor tell them it's not SS, you can deliver this one, they deliver. So this is her way out. So anytime she gets pregnant, they go for that procedure. If the baby is SS, the doctor will say go for evacuation. Remove the baby, because you will not like this baby to come to this world and suffer. That could have been the best solution for them. If at all both of them truly love each other and the money is there to keep carrying out that procedure until they get quality, healthy babies that are not SS. So, well, that's it. They do it in Nigeria. They do it in Nigeria. Just all those sophisticated hospitals, they do it. They do it. Just that many are ignorant of it. AS can marry if they go for that procedure, for doctors to check the fluid. I don't know how they do it, but that procedure is there. They will take their syringe, extract it, and then run the test. If it's SS, they will say evacuate. If it's AA or AS, they will say, okay, you can give birth to this one. It will cost you money, but it's worth doing since both of you are in love. So it's because of ignorance. People don't know, or maybe they don't have the money to go for the procedure. So people say the best is for us to just go our separate ways. Or many went for their separate ways without knowing that procedure is there that can help them to have healthy children, healthy babies that are not SS. So, well, guys, that was what happened. She was like, she's not going to go home, or she wants to remain in that lab. They say, madam, you have to go. Nobody will send you a message. You explain tire. So you better find your way and go. We have to close for today. So she ended up apologizing to the young scientist girl. So they dropped the charges. They did not sue her to court for threat of life and damaging the girl's character. You know? But imagine that this young scientist was guilty. That woman wouldn't have forgiven her. She and her husband, they could have dealt with that girl. But the girl was so sure. But the girl forgave her. The young scientist girl forgave her. And the sister, who is a barrister, dropped the charge. They forgave her. Because already she has received blows, beating of her life. She knows it's already over. The game is up. I don't know who advised her, but look at the advice. Or the evil thought that came into her mind. Look at where it has landed her. 0. She lost it all. She lost it all. And I believe she has learned the hard way. She can learn the hard way. She have learned it. So guys, tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Desperate. When you're too desperate, it can lead you to a place that you never want to be. Many married desperately. They got married and finally they chickened out. It did not end well with them. They bought their way in because they were so desperate to marry someone who is rich. It's okay. So guys, see you guys later in my next video. I am Chi. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye bye. See you guys later. Ciao.